Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a carry here for Terrence West. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. The ground game, no doubt, that was an issue for Baltimore this year, finishing 28th. Now, West, he was their leader, but only 774 yards.
Can you believe you just said that? The ground game was an issue for Baltimore? Yeah. Because that's what they're based on. I mean, that's who they are offensively. Being able to run the football, set that tone, set that physicality, and then throw the ball off of it. That wasn't Ravens football in 2016. I can't wait to see what they do next season. And will Terrence West be their lead running back?
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Now a toss. This is West. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Obviously, the offense thought they had something going by trying to go wide on a short yardage play. But how about the defense expecting something in the middle and still able to adjust and sprint to the edge and make the play?
Now the longtime Raven punter, Sam Cook, on to punt it away. Back deep, Rashad Green. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. First carry for Chris Ivory. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Again, they run. Again, it's Ivory. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. Back deep for the Ravens, Michael Campanaro. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Give them 11 on the gain there, and it'll give the Ravens a first down. And Steve Smith still making catches on Madden, but his career is over, finishing it with over 1,000 grabs, over 14,000 yards, and 81 touchdowns.
And no one went out better, as far as I'm concerned, than Steve Smith. Did you see his letter to the commissioner?
Tell me about it.
Where he said that I will no longer be around to antagonize defensive backs.
And he did just that.
Agent 89 out.
Looking sideline, incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. Little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline that's kind of interesting. L.A. a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have two with the move from San Diego to L.A. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less culture shock.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition that still is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously, trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played one season as such.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk. Steve Smith all by his lonesome. The 20. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards.
That could not have been timed out any better, and that's exactly what receivers want. The ball in their hands as quick as possible, allows them to catch it at full speed and take off and go. And how about the end result there? Big-time run after catch yardage. That rack yardage is so valuable for any offense.
Now Flacco. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Dennis Pitta from 8 yards out. And the Ravens are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Over the middle, open is Thomas. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They'll come out in the pistol. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 3rd down and 3. Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got it to Hearns. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense. It's a 4-receiver look all to the left side. Bortles now to throw. Green's got it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So we've hit halftime in what was obviously a very fast-moving first half of play. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Again, we'll see the pistol here. They start the second half with a run by Ivory. He takes this for 3 to the 29. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Ivory again. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 1st down, this is Ivory. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Back now in Baltimore. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Around 2 minutes to go, and if the D can hold them, that'll end this one.
We always think about the offense attacking. In this case, I'm looking for the defense to do the same.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. He's got time in the pocket. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On the ground, it's West again. And he'll take this. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 5 yards to go. Flacco to throw. Finding time. To the right side to Aiken. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Yeah, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40. And now they're in the hurry up. And they'll spike it here at 27 seconds. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw. Surveying the field. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Now Bortles got to have this one. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight. Yeah, that one backfired, and hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was.
We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. To a knee goes Flacco, and that should be it. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Ravens are